For us, NetSuite was an option that out of the box, we could be up and running at a relatively reasonable cost. And then in addition to that, specific to Solution Source, you guys had some resources, namely RVS, some other clients that you had that were using NetSuite. So you had some RV specific things that we needed. So again, I think it was a combination of, the upfront cost wasn't, too hard to overcome. And then going with you guys, we would get some of the RV modules that were going to be needed for handling warranty and serialized, the VINs and everything like that. So that was likely the kind of the initial decision as to why NetSuite was the right solution, and using Solution Source was ultimately the right choice. This is probably more NetSuite specific, but I do feel like the flexibility of the NetSuite system, be able to generate reports and get output. And then also, this is more on the Solution Source side, but obviously it's still a NetSuite function. The searches and some of the other functionality that you can get out of NetSuite is powerful when you're able to take, just one example. We had a report for our audit that we needed to see some data sets that I didn't know how to pull together. So we contact your team and we say, hey, basically, this is the data that we need. This is how we need it mirrored together. Can you do it? They did it, but then we found out that, okay, we need to take this one step further. So your team took it back, actually went and took that next step and was able to add that next layer of information. So then we had a full-on report that we could one report, all the data that we could then hand over to the auditor and say, hey, this is a full data set of what you need to see with all the different pieces of information that are going to be required. And so that was just a recent example of a really nice, outcome of a potential issue that Solution Source was able to come through with using NetSuite. We're really happy. The people, we feel that your people really care about ultimately what we're trying to accomplish. They kind of listen to the various issues that we're having, and there are a few people on your team that are extremely good at being able to take what we're asking and think of it in the business context of, okay, we're asking for something, but how do we make it work within the system and have an output that is a very usable and timely thing. And there's a handful of people on your team that are very, very good at being able to kind of help us talk that out and put it down on paper and actually come up with a plan to, achieve some really significant time savings, cost savings, et cetera.